Hey, welcome back to Fixing Things. We are working on the Pro Street Pinto today, and today we're going to be putting in some universal 16-piece that I bought off eBay, ultra cheap. Hopefully it won't bite me in the rear. Exhaust tubing to get some dual exhaust. We also bought some 3-chamber mufflers, and we got some clamps that are designed where you can take everything apart and see if we and some hangers, weld-on hangers, to see if we can't build a nice custom exhaust for the Pro Street Pinto. Something that if I need to take the exhaust off, I could take it off without a bunch of L clampos. We got these clamps that supposedly make a precision fit. On this episode of Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. Man, oh man. So, what we got going here is this right here. I'm pretty sure it's made in China, but it's supposed to be 2-inch outside diameter exhaust. You can tell by the shipping, hopefully there ain't nothing missing. Let me see, what does it say? Vivor, Tough Tools, half price. All right, there's a seam here, I think if we... We gotta turn it around the other way. There's definitely tubing in there. So supposedly this will fit on a full-size car. You're probably thinking, why are you using 2-inch exhaust? Well, there's no reason to use 3-inch exhaust on a car. The longer your tubes are, the deeper the sound. And I want to be able to drive this thing down the road comfortably, semi-quiet. That would be the game plan. So, I think we need to do is get this stuff organized and squared out and see what we got. Okay, here's the kit. And look at a very big spider sitting right there. I don't know if I can get that in there. That's a big spider right there. Man, he's about as big as the pipe. Anyways, we'll let him be. I don't want to mess with him. We got 4 straight pipes, 4 complete U pipes, 2 3-chambered exhausts. You can't see through them. They're made to go one way. We got 4 45s and 4 22.5s. That's the angles. We also got some clamps. It says here, warning. Oh yeah, can cause. I gotta put my glasses on. Contains cancer and reproductive harmful ingredients known to cause cancer in the state of California. Why is it only in California? You ever wondered why? Man, them people in California must live in some kind of special bubble or something, that they're so protected by everything. See, out here in Virginia, out here in White Oak in the wilderness, listen, we just let everything touch us, and we get our own resilience. So these are the clamps that hold the thing together, and they look pretty cool. They're supposed to be mild steel, not stainless steel. You can get these kits in both stainless steel and these in stainless steel. And what these things do is they just clamp on and make a You weld one side to one side and another side to the other side. And when you clamp this thing together, makes a airtight seal. Kind of like the space shuttle. I don't want to say no jokes about that. They look pretty nice. So as you can see, the Pro Street Pinto, it'll squat down more than that. It's partially setting up on the lift. But you can see the Pro Street Pinto is coming along. We got a big V8 in there. The last video we did, we put the cooling fan on it, got that running and working. Now we got to give it some sound attitude. And I'm not talking about music. I'm talking about exhaust. So I'm looking to get some deep tone, not rumbly, not that grrr noise, but just the right tone. And we talked about this on other videos on how to get the right tone. And the key is long exhaust. Long exhaust. You don't, if the pipes are too big around, you're going to get that growly, drooly sound that you hear a lot of these new car people say, oh wow, that sounds good. No, it don't sound good. What sounds good is that tic-tac sound that comes from having a high lift cam and a deep throat that comes out of 2 to 2.5 inch pipes. We chose 2 inch because we're looking to keep the power range down in here. Not the power range, but the RPM power. We want the RPM to be coming out in the lower RPMs. And one of the methods of doing that, well, we have quite a few methods. One is the style of intake, right? We're having a high-rise dual plane intake. Another one is the exhaust. So we're going to, by having the exhaust in long flow, it's going to cause the torque pattern to be a curve. Instead of going straight up on the power curve and coming over and sloping off, it'll be up and a long power curve and then taper off as the RPMs fizzle out. So when I ordered all the piping and all that stuff, and even these flanges and even the pipes that are on this, I made it so they would go into these grooves here. So the idea here is to get this on there and weld this onto the next pipe or the muffler or whatever we're going to do. But it looks like we're kind of going uphill on this one. So we may cut that one, but this one looks pretty good except for it's hitting the cross member. Oh, too much. Oh, we're good. Make sure it didn't pull down into my steering. All right, so I think that works. We're going to straighten this one out. We'll tap that on, and we have enough room to weld it. We'll have to move the speedometer cable out of the way. There we go. We'll take this apart, weld this on, and then we'll go from here. So I think what we'll do is we'll put a small piece of pipe here, and we'll put the muffler, I don't know, I think the muffler would be better right here. I don't want to get in the way. I still got a lot of welding on the floorboard. Man, there's a lot of spiders in here. I mean, everywhere. Yes, move your egg sack away. It's going to catch on fire. That looks like a black female black widow. Don't you bite me. I touched him on the back. There, it's on there now. So we just got to weld that, trim this off straight, and weld that on there. So I'm thinking we just take a little bit off at an angle. maybe. Now we'll get a flapper on the other one too. And I think we got it. Now we vibrated that thing loose. So on your ends, and the clamp goes around it, it has a part that sticks out and a recess. And there, you may be able to put them either way, I don't know. See if they're compatible with the other side. Yes, they are, so it doesn't make a difference. But usually when you're doing exhaust, you want the part that goes in to be flowing this way through there, so it doesn't get a chance to come back out, so it doesn't have a reversion coming out this seal. And if it does, you can probably put some high temp exhaust sealer on it if you wanted to. I don't think you need to. Let's get these fit and bung things welded on there. When I'm under vehicles and stuff like that and I'm trying to weld, I like to knock all my stuff up on the floor. I like to backlight what I'm welding, because you want to be able to see what you're doing. So I like to backlight it. So I got my Carol light there. Also, you don't want to ground to anything except what you're welding on, because you don't want the amperage to be going through bearings and stuff like that that could weld themselves together and pit the bearings and stuff like that that would cause damage later on. We're just going to go ahead and tack all four corners. Then we'll go ahead and put a fat bead on there and get her done. All right, we got both of these pieces welded on there. And this side's got to go up a little bit. And I got this piece of old pipe. And I'm thinking what we're going to do. Careful, don't touch the hot metal. We're going to extend this piece out. Now put a mark on it to where it's running straight. Right in there. And we'll attach the muffler here. That way it has room to recess up in there. And I think we'll put a strap on my frame coming over right onto the L muffler or something like that. Because we want to be able to support this. We don't want to be hanging on all the joints. So we'll weld this up, do the same thing for the other side. Looks like a plan. We're getting somewhere. We're finally past where I was originally at. These things are hot. All right. So we got these things welded on. Now we'll put the clamps on there and just snug them in a little bit. That's it. And we'll slide the muffler over and tack the muffler on where we want it. Looking good so far. Man, we made it almost 8 inches past where we started from. All right, let's slide that one here. And we'll slide this one here. And I think we'll put the casings welding on top. In case that, like, this is pretty thick. This has got 3 chambers in it. 1, 2, 3. For a teeny muffler, you can't see through it, but it's got a bunch of V's inside it. So definitely hanging down because this end is floppy. We don't want it floppy, so we're gonna hold it up, tack this into place, take it off, and weld it up the way it should be. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, I got them kind of strapped up with a El Strapo. This is the one I'm gonna start with first. I already got my ground strap on it. This one I need to move over and up a little bit when I get ready to do that one. Not a big deal, but you can only do one at a time, so, oh, got this one backwards. That's the inlet. Great time of day. All right, well, we'll flip that around. Good thing I seen that. All right, now we'll take these things off and weld them up, put them back on, and head out the back. Sorry. Now we'll put some Cool It Down 3000 on it. This is my Cool It Down 3000. See how the special mix of H and 2 and O. Now we'll bolt those things back up and continue going out the back. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll get our pipe out to here, and then we have to make our curve up because we're going to go over top of the thing somehow. Yeah. That's when it's going to start getting interesting. So we'll get our long pipe, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have to cut it. We're going to put 290s on it. we're gonna have to take that back off. So we need to really mark a good, this is exactly where we want it. So we need a really good mark on the bottom. Exactly on the bottom. All right, change of plan. I plan on putting the hangers on first. I put the pipe in there and it's pulling too far down. So we're gonna go ahead and weld the hanger on. Like right in here-ish. I think that'll be good. We'll put it back here. Maybe right there. I don't know. Maybe right there. Yeah, right there. We'll cut that guy right here. We'll mark where we want it. Store that one right there for a second. And we want these things to be facing, that way. When the exhaust comes out, we can pull the hanger out. Same thing right here-ish. And we'll cut it right there. Here's the center of the pipe. And we'll give this thing a little bit of a curve so we can wrap it. And then weld it. We'll weld it right in place right here. And we'll do the other side. This day is just not going as planned. We had Virginia Power people coming out to mark lines and putting them right where we told them we didn't want them to. And we didn't sign the lease, the easement over to them yet. They're going to be mad when we make them move them because they're not putting them there. And I don't care if they went to the county and forged our names, they're not getting them. Anyways, let's get back to the exhaust. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. Right up in here, somehow. We'll get them going straight up 90 and weld those on right there. We'll tack them in place. And the pipe that we put up over top, I want to put another one of those clampy thingies on it. That way we can get the exhaust off fairly easy in the future-ish. I think that's what we want to do. Or we could put it right in here-ish. But these, I want these right here. So I'm going to cut a little bit off. These are all the way pushed inside right now. I'm going to mark on the thing where we need to cut it. And we have plenty of room for sliding back and forth. But these need to come up tight. You got to get them tight in there. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get them up there tight. Get these pipes cut off. And get those welded on. We may be able to weld those right in place. But I want to weld these on here off the car because it's easier. Easier is always better sometimes. Doesn't mean it's right, but it makes it easier. Because we still got to figure out what to do here. I can't reach it now. I got to get the car a little bit lower. And I hate welding with the car lower because then my helmet hits. That makes every time my head hits the stuff because I can't see with the helmet on. So let's get that done. Okay, now I'm putting these clampo thingies on some short pieces of pipe, and I'm going to do it. Also going to be doing it on these 90s, which was the U's that I cut in half. All right, we're making progress. Kind of. I'm trying to go fast, even though I'm trying to do a video. Oh, caught my shop on fire. Didn't film that. Burnt the heck out of my finger. Threw my glove. Dummy me. The thing was falling. I grabbed the red hot metal after I welded it. All right, let's see what I got here. So on the last time you guys checked, we had this spot right here in. And we put the extension on there. So we put the extension on right up in there, coming down, where we still got room. We can move it in, and we can move it up if we need to make room, and this clamp can turn. So we have room. This thing will go up a lot more. All I gotta do is, before I tack it, slide this one up some. So that's my idea right now. Now I think we need to cut these, spin this nice and parallel. We'll cut these off right in here somewhere. And we'll put another 90 coming out here. Left over from the other U's. And another one right here. And 45-ish. I'm thinking maybe right underneath the bumper tabs. The bumper thingies. I think that would be a good spot. Gives me a bolt to aim to. I think we're looking pretty good. We try to keep her tight. I want to keep it away from the plastic fuel tank. Just this little shield right here, to keep some of the heat away. But I think it's looking pretty good. Now we have a way to get the exhaust off if we need to, because we have a clamp, El Clampo there, El Clampo up there, and we can drop the exhaust and shouldn't have no problems. So the next thing I'll do is I'm going to cut these pipes right off right in here. Let me go ahead. I got my marker in my pocket. I want to be tight to this, so I got to keep it up pretty high. So we'll cut those off right in there-ish. And we'll use the two flared ends off of the 90s somehow to make that fit off of the YouTubes. I said I'd call it the YouTubes, and that's what it is, YouTube. Making a video on YouTube. Oh, gee, that's funny, Pastor Bill. All right, so let's take these back off, take them over the table, cut them, and then we'll put them back up. And once we get this piece out here and this piece out here, we'll tack that all together, and then we'll weld it all back together once we get it back on the car, and then we can do our tailpipes. That's the game plan. We're getting close. All right. I put my glove back on because this thing is still hot. It's not that hot. All right, so what I'm going to do is not put that in my mouth, because then I won't be able to talk. We're going to prop this up, mock it up, I mean, to where this comes out right where we want it. And then we'll put a line right here. I'm probably got to get a Sharpie that actually writes. All right. And we'll take this stuff back off, take it over to the table, and weld it up. All right, we're getting somewhere now. So we got these right here in and on there. Nothing's tacked over there. They still got to go kind of up, cockeyed, and everything to get it looking exactly right. But you can see we're coming out right here in the area that we're looking for. And now we just got to tack all that stuff together and then run our two tailpipes out. We're looking good. I may shorten these two short pipes just to give me some clearance, more clearance around my panhard bar. But we're looking good. I think if we take about an inch and a half off of that, plus that'll give us a little bit more room by the tank. So we're gonna do that, take an inch and a half off. There's plenty of room to move it out if we need to. So we'll go ahead and take an inch and a half off. And we'll start tacking all this stuff up. The batteries went out of my welding mask, so I'm gonna squint weld some of it. Some of the stuff up in here, I'll get some batteries. But we're gonna squint tack the rest of it in. I made some El Clampo hangers, and we'll get these welded in. I made another one for this side, and we'll get those welded in. I do not like using the squint method. I'm still going to use the mask, but squint. Man, why are my eyes burning? I see in spots. Then I noticed that it wasn't auto dimming. That thing eats batteries up. The little charger on it must not work. I'm gonna save up and go buy me a really nice one that has the big view, because this thing's got this little dinky view in it. Oh, we'll get it. All right, let's see what we got. My squint method of welding is not that great, but we got it on there. I put a tack up here on this and over here. Not bad for squint method. But these ones are done. The ones up in here are not done. So I'll probably pull it all down. Not today. I'm wore out. But let's take a look at the whole thing. Let's see what we got done. Right? Looking good, right? I don't bump my head. Now you have to remember, this is one of those do-it-yourself kits that I got off eBay from Vivor. Had 16 pieces. And I still got the 2 long pieces and 2 U pieces right there. U-tube pieces. So we have some leftover pieces to work with. That one is definitely hanging down a little bit right over here. But this one, oh, that one looks sharp. I'll get it up there. I'm just wore out. I'm wore out now. Oh, plus my batteries in my helmet. Oh, that helmet only lasts like 2 months and the batteries go dead. I had this other helmet. I think I paid $35 for it. And the batteries lasted like 10 years in that. And then it finally went out and My son got me that one for Christmas one year. Not saying that I got him one too. I got him, that's the Iron Man, and I got him a skeleton one. Both the same brand. He says his works great, so I'm thinking just the charging mechanism on it doesn't work. But I'm going to go ahead and get me the high-end unit. Maybe I don't know. I'll do some research on it because my eyes are important to me. Just got my heart fixed. Got to keep my eyes in good shape. I was like, man, why is my eyes burning a little bit? What's going on? Hey, look at that. That looks good. Hey, remember, like and subscribe if you like these things. Pro Street Pinto. Oh, yeah, that's going to be bad right there. Even the front tires. Look how fat them front tires are. That's bad as a bone right there. Remember, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Man, thank you, Lord. That thing looks good. My wife is coming home. Look, there she is. I'll get her to come over here and look at this. But God bless you. I'll see you on the next Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. God bless you. Look at that thing. That thing is awesome. Yeah. I may come back and modify this later. I think if I make a cut in here, I can make this thing a little bit shorter. Get at least give myself about a 1 inch clearance like the other side. Other side is about 3/4 clearance. I think I can do that just by cutting this pipe at a certain spot, getting it up there, and welding it back up. We can get this one up there a little bit higher. But other than that, this one being a little bit lower, it looks pretty good. So it looks pretty good. Not bad for doing it yourself.